Have you ever wondered what makes the difference? What turns just a bunch of people working together into a real powerhouse team? One that just clicks? Well, I can tell you it's definitely not an accident. So today, we're going to break down the actual blueprint for turning a group of individuals into a genuinely collaborative, high-performing unit. So let's really start with that question. What is it that separates a random group of people from a truly high-performing team? Is it just about having talented people? Or, shared goals? Or is something else going on? Something more deliberate? Let me tell you, the difference is massive, and it all boils down to building a rock-solid foundation.
All right, so let's dive right in. Here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get a handle on what this foundation of synergy really means. Then, we're going to walk through 4 absolutely crucial steps: breaking the ice, setting some ground rules, actually forming the team, and then getting ready for action. Think of it as our roadmap for today.
So, here's the really big idea for today. Amazing teams don't just magically appear. No, they're built. They are intentionally and very carefully constructed. That synergy, that incredible teamwork, it's the result of a process. It's not just some happy accident.
And a really great way to think about this is like building a house. You wouldn't just start throwing up walls without pouring a foundation first, right? Of course not. Well, the exact same principle applies to teams. Every single step we're going to talk about is like a critical layer that supports the next one. It's what makes the whole structure strong enough to last.
So, when you're building that house, what's the very first thing you do? You gotta clear the land. And that's exactly what step 1 is. It's all about breaking the ice. You're clearing away all that initial awkwardness and those social barriers to give yourself a nice, clean slate to start building on. And look, an icebreaker is so much more than just some silly, fun game. It's actually a strategic tool. The whole point is to intentionally lower those social walls and just get people talking, on a more personal, informal level. And you do this before any of the real work kicks off. Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. This is about the why. We're not just doing this to learn a few names. No way. It's about building real, personal connections. It's about lowering inhibitions. And this is the big one. It's about creating a baseline of psychological safety. That's that feeling where everyone feels comfortable enough to be themselves, to speak up, to contribute without fear. That's where the magic happens. That's where the best ideas come from. Okay, so the ground is cleared. People are feeling a bit more comfortable with each other. Now it's time to pour the concrete. Step 2 is all about setting the ground rules. These are the non-negotiables, the core principles that are going to guide how the team actually works together. And just look at the stark difference here. On one side, without rules, you've got chaos, misunderstandings, inefficiency, and conflict. But with rules, you get clarity, respect, efficiency, and alignment. Seriously, this one step can be the entire difference between a team that's always struggling and one that just flows.
And we're not talking about vague, fuzzy ideas here. We're talking about getting really specific. How are we going to communicate? Is it Slack for quick stuff and email for the big updates? How do we make decisions? Is it a vote? Does one person have the final call? Nailing this stuff down up front, it does more than just prevent problems. It actually builds momentum.
All right, the foundation is solid. Now we can actually start putting up the frame of our house. Step 3. This is that official moment. This is where the team is truly formed, and the structure starts to become something real. Now this is a huge moment, and it's mostly a psychological shift. This is the point where it stops being about me and starts being about we. It's that moment when a collection of individuals isn't just a collection anymore. They become a single, defined unit, all pulling together for a shared purpose. This is where the team's identity is really born. Okay, so the frame of the house is up. But hey, before you move all the furniture in, you'd probably want to check the plumbing and the electricity, right? That's what this final prep step is. It's about getting ready for action. You can think of it like the team's first real practice run, a little stress test before you dive into the deep end with a huge project. And let's be clear, this isn't just some casual chat over coffee. It's a structured process. Step 1, clarify the objective. What exactly is the goal here? Step 2, discuss strategy. Okay, how are we actually going to do this? And step 3, assign roles. Who's doing what? Getting this kind of alignment means everyone starts on the exact same page, and you're all running in the same direction. And this right here, this just lays out the whole journey perfectly. You see how it all flows? You start by building comfort with an icebreaker. Then, you establish order with ground rules. After that, you define the unit when you form the team.
And finally, you get ready to initiate action through preparation. See, each stage builds perfectly on the one before it.
So look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. That incredible collaborative synergy, that amazing teamwork that we all strive for, it isn't magic. It doesn't just happen. It is the direct result of putting in the hard work to build a strong, deliberate foundation.
And that really leaves us with one last question for you. Think about your team right now. It might be officially formed on an org chart, but have you actually gone through these foundational steps? Is your team just kind of coexisting, or is it truly genuinely built for synergy? Definitely something to think about.